Hey guys, today's video is a first impressions on the brand new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I picked mine up in the shade 1N1. I did have to order this online because it wasn't yet available in the Sephora store. Was a little bit nervous when picking the shade for this because I've never really been able to find a good Laura Mercier foundation shade in any of their previous foundation ranges. I did swatch it yesterday when it came in the mail, and I do feel like it's going to be a decent match for me. I am slightly less pale than I normally am just because it is summer. So I really love the packaging. It just fits in your hand really nice. I like the rectangularness. The cap actually has like a little bit of a design on it. The box says, Laura's longest wearing foundation seamlessly fuses to skin with a weightless layer that looks, fits, and feels like a second skin. Medium to full coverage that's naturally you and leaves a matte finish that's not dull or flat. It is 7 in the morning right now. I'm actually getting ready for work. I'll be on for 10 hours by the time I get home from work today. It's gonna be hot, so we'll see how it holds up by the end of the day. So I'm gonna start out with just, when you pump, a very small amount comes out. And I kind of like that because sometimes a full pump is too much. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps of this bottle. Let's go in with kind of a normal sponge over here. So I'm finding that it's not really going very far. It is a pretty fluid foundation, but I used a little bit more than 2 pumps of this to do just half of my face. Like I said, the amount that you get in 1 pump is pretty small compared to typical foundation, so maybe that doesn't really mean anything. All right, so I've done half of my face and I feel like it looks really good. I do think it is pretty, I don't know, I want to give it pretty light coverage actually. Did even things out. You can still see freckles and like little scars and pimples and redness, so it's definitely not medium to full coverage on the first layer. Let's see how it applies with a brush. This is just like a little flat top foundation brush that I got in a, like, I don't know, Sephora Christmas package like 5 years ago. I do feel like the brush gave slightly more coverage. I feel like just a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. I think in some places it does look like foundation though. Like I feel like you can see the foundation right here. You can kind of see it over here, but for the most part, it looks pretty natural, especially in the overall finish. It is matte, but at the same time, like you can see like there's still like a very subtle glow to my skin. I feel like it will oxidize, like you can kind of see it starting to darken ever so slightly on my hand. So I feel like when I'm at my very palest, I won't be able to wear this without mixing something else in with it. I do really like how it feels though. It is already, well, the side that I did first is like pretty much completely set, and this side is almost set now. I just get the feeling that it's going to last a decent amount of time because it feels like it's really adhering to my skin. Even like just to touch what's on my hand right now, like rubbing it, it feels like it's kind of stuck on there pretty good, and I don't feel like it's going to transfer really. And I also don't notice that it has a scent like at all, which I know a lot of people will appreciate. Now that I've had a chance to put products on top and kind of wait a little bit for it to really settle, I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I feel like a lot of the areas on my face look really good and smooth. And then on the other hand, there are a couple areas of my face that I feel, I don't know, didn't hold up when I was putting stuff on top or kind of disturbed it. I still really like how it looks on my nose for the most part. I feel like it stayed decently smooth. I also feel like my cheeks look good as well. But when I was putting some bronzer on the perimeter of my face, and you may not be able to tell, but I felt like it kind of lifted the foundation just slightly, enough for it to look a little bit textured. And of course, I do find that it looks rather bad between my eyebrows just because I do have some texture there. And I think my kind of final thought on this will really depend on how long it lasts. Hey guys, I am back from a very long day at work. It is now 6:30 in the evening and the foundation has been on since, I think I put it on around 7 o'clock this morning. And I'm kind of like about it. On one hand, I feel like my skin isn't very shiny. Like I do feel like to a point it kept me decently matte, especially kind of like on my forehead. There is some shine on my nose, it's not bad, but I don't think it really looks that fantastic, unfortunately. It just doesn't look good. Just between my eyebrows and kind of on my forehead there, and then also just kind of like around my nose, it just doesn't look that great. You know, it kind of looks cakey, it looks a little bit heavy. I don't know. So for me, I'm not in love with this. I think it made my skin look kind of crusty by the end of the day. I had really high hopes for this because I really liked that it was really liquidy and that it was supposed to be long wearing and have a kind of matte finish, but I don't know, it's not really my favorite. Of course, I will continue to play with it, try to make it work, because I did spend money on it. But if not, I might be returning this one. I think maybe if you had really normal skin with no texture issues and not very much oil, I think maybe you could make this work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this helped you decide whether you might want to pick this up or avoid it. I will see you guys in my next video, which will be very soon. You can of course subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, as I put new ones up every single week. And bye!